Kipis Guy here. Hey, I have purchased the Elac Debut 3.0s. These are the 6.5-inch version. They have two types of this bookshelf speaker. The 6.5 in black, which is what we have here in front of us, and then we also have a 5.25 version, so a little bit smaller of a bookshelf speaker. As I unbox this, I'll tell you a little bit about it and a little bit of a confession. So Elac was a speaker that I was definitely considering when I was buying my Kefs a few years ago. When I had my Canton speakers, when I was getting ready to replace those, I was looking for something that I think would be aesthetically pleasing, of course, but have really good sound quality. And Elac was definitely one of those. I think the Carina series was something I was considering. I actually haven't ever heard an Elac speaker before, other than I think maybe Best Buy has them in their Magnolia centers, but I never really heard anything from Elac. So I didn't go with them at the time because I'd never really gotten the chance to hear them. So now I'm taking the time to listen to their debut series, which is probably their most popular line. The debut 2.0 series was very popular for them, and now this just came out earlier in the summer, I think around June, the debut 3.0. So I'm here to hopefully give you guys a pretty educated review. In this video here, I do want to focus more on the unboxing side of things because I do want you guys to see how good they look. And we'll go through some of the specs here. I'm gonna try not to knock the other speaker off the table as I do this. So let me pull this up. We'll flip this one around so you guys can kind of look at the back here, and I can look at the front while I talk about it. So just kind of moving them around. They do have some pretty decent weight to them. So they're not big bookshelves by any means, but they have a little heft to them. They look really good. They're kind of wrapped in a black vinyl, but it's really well done. Actually, yeah, they're wrapped in vinyl around the sides and the top, but the front has a totally different kind of faceplate. So that's really nice to see. They are really good looking speakers. There's a lot that's been improved upon aesthetically, and usually the way they look kind of goes with how they sound, because the box has a lot to do with how your sound's going to sound. I know that there's a lot of reinforcement, there's a lot of bracing inside of this cabinet here, so it's pretty solid. I don't really hear any hollowness or resonances just from, you know, the knock test. Doesn't mean too much. So kind of looking on the back here, we are not 5-way binding, so you can't plug two sets of banana plugs or speaker wire to these things. So if you are somebody who likes to bi-amp your speakers, you don't have that option with these, which is fine. These come in at $449. The 5.25-inch version comes at just under $400, $399. So not bad. These I think are rated for 120 watts. So not a lot of power is needed. Any receiver nowadays is going to take care of that for you. And they have a nominal impedance of 6 ohms. So they're not a hard speaker to drive. I think they can dip into the 4s, but a lot of times they'll play in that 6 ohm range, which is good. Most, if not all, modern day receivers can handle that. So the 6-inch driver, I think it's called an Aramid fiber woofer is what they're calling this driver here. It's a little bit different than what they were using in their the predecessor. And then this is an aluminum dome tweeter with this waveguide in front, kind of put into this recessed ring. So that's gonna sound good. I just know Elac is known for really good sound for not a lot of money. I have pretty high expectations on these speakers here. And then the back side, the port here is actually really big, and it's flared too, so I'm expecting some pretty decent extension and pretty clean bass as well. It gets down to about 42 hertz. I don't know if that's in-room response or if that's what they got in maybe an anechoic chamber or even outside. So I'm expecting some pretty decent bass reproduction without a sub. I think you'll want one overall, but if you want to listen to these for 2-channel, I think they'll be overall pretty capable. A lot of people will use these as surround speakers to fill in their home theater with their larger or their larger towers. But I'm going to be using these in 2-channel music is what I'm going to be demoing these for. So I'm actually really excited to have these to listen to, because again, this front faceplate is really smooth. Like, this is the weirdest, I'm getting really sidetracked. I wish you guys could touch the front of this faceplate. It's almost like a rubber on it or something. It's not at all a fingerprint magnet, and it doesn't really hold on to dust either, it looks like. Speaking of the front face, I actually forgot. Let me leave the camera real quick and grab one of these. This is the speaker grills. This just snaps on here with some magnets, like so. So that's what it looks like with the speaker, which is actually pretty tasteful. I don't really ever put speaker grills on my speakers unless they look really good with them on, and this is one of those that do. I actually like it with the grill on. It's a really nice kind of gray kind of contrast with the rest of the box. So really nice, but it's, you know, what you expect. There's no cool curves, there's no interesting lines on it. It's just a rectangular box that should give you good sound, and I like that. Some people like simplistic, it's all about the music. I think this is what Elac and crew is all about, is just, let's get focused on the music. So not bad whatsoever. So just a little bit more about these speakers here. So as far as their dimensions go, like I said, not a very big bookshelf speakers. I think in height, they're about 13 inches tall. They're 11 inches, about 12 inches almost deep. And then they are 7, almost 8 inches in width. So pretty small speaker. They come in at just under 18 pounds. So if you need to hide these away or put them on a speaker stand, you're gonna be able to do that with these. So that's impressive too. I'm gonna actually put this in my home theater room. This is where I usually listen to all my music, is in the home theater room. I put them in with my system and listen to them there. And then I bring them in here as near fields, and I do a review for you guys with them near field so we can listen to music together. So I listen to them in a decent sized room. I listen to them in a very small room, and I listen to them as 2-channel in here, so I can get a good idea of what they're good at and what they're not good at. So I'll give them a few days to break in. We'll play some music. I'll get a good idea of what I want to say about them, and then I'll put a review up for you guys. But I truly am expecting a good little bit out of these speakers. I don't expect them to blow me away necessarily, because they are under 500 for the pair. But I know Elac's name is really known for, you know, high quality sound for not a lot of dollars. And so that's what I'm going to go into this review as my expectation. If you guys have heard the debut 2.0s, the previous generation of these, let me know what you thought about them down below in the comment section so I have an idea of what to listen for. If you've heard the 3.0s, tell me what you thought about these as well. If you've heard these, let me know what you guys think, because I want to know what what you guys are thinking about these speakers so that I can listen for it when I listen to music, and then see if I agree or disagree, or if I notice some things. So let me know down below in the description box, have you heard these before or the previous predecessors? Let me know that below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and we will see you in the next video. Keep a sky out. Peace.